evening. My name is Pauline Haughton. I'm the Chief Information Officer for the Office of Inspector General. I would like to take a few minutes to officially welcome you to the Caribbean American Heritage Committee Diversity Celebration Day. Our Caribbean Heritage Committee has been working incredibly hard over the past few months to support yet another COVID-19 driven virtual and digital project to celebrate their appreciation and pride in their Caribbean heritage and culture. Today, you will discover that our Caribbean Heritage Committee members all have a unique story and connection with one of the 13 sovereign island nations of the 12 independent territories within the Caribbean, most of them with close political ties throughout the region to Europe and the United States. In addition, you will see that there are another 10 Latin American countries that have coastline along the Caribbean. For reference, the entire region, often referred to as the West Indies, benefits from a tropical climate with year-round beaches. Oh yes, the beaches. Beach vacation, temperature, making it one of the most desired and coveted destination in the world. I think we will need a vacation right now. Don't you agree? I know I do, and I know you do. Whether or not you say it or not, we all need a vacation. And the Caribbean contains three main island groups: the Greater Antilles, the Lesser Antilles, and the Lucayan Archipelago, which encompasses the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos, both technically in the Atlantic, but with close social and political ties to the Caribbean. Today, you will get an opportunity to watch a series of video presentations that were created and recorded by our committee members to specifically highlight Caribbean history, culture, cuisine, and their experiences in their ancestral island. We invite you to check out our video presentation, which include personal interviews, Caribbean food reviews from local restaurants, local reggae artists, and much, much more. A little bit about Jamaica. Jamaica obtained its independence on August 6, 1962 from the British, which signifies the birth of the nation. Jamaica is divided into three regions: Cornwall, Middlesex, and Surrey. And with those three regions, there are 14 parishes. Those parishes are like the states, like New York, Michigan. It's like states, but we call them parishes using the British word. The Jamaican national flag, as you can see that I'm wearing, the main colors are black, green, and gold. The national flag was given on May 22nd, 1962. At the time when the flag was first originated, the black represented hardship, the green, the land, and the gold, the sign in sunshine. However, in 1996, those colors remained the same, but the meaning of the colors were added. For instance, the black signifies strength and creativity of the people, the gold for the wealth of the country and golden sunshine, and the green for the lush vegetation of the island, as well as hope. The Jamaican flower is known as the lignum vitae. The national bird is a doctor bird, which signifies a swallow-tailed hummingbird. The national tree is called the blue maho. The fruit is ackee. Now, as a child growing up in Jamaica, there's always a lot of debate whether ackee is a fruit or vegetable. But I stand to this day that ackee is a vegetable. Why is that so? Well, one of the most common Jamaican dishes is ackee and codfish. The normal Jamaicans, we call it saltfish. So my question to my fellow Jamaicans, how can it be a fruit with saltfish versus a vegetable with saltfish? So I stand on, it's a national fruit, but I call it the national vegetables. And that's the debate that's been going on in the island for many years. And the final is the national symbol. This is the coat of arms. And the motto around the coat of arms is out of many one people, which is basically saying this is a multiracial root. So we talk about the 14 parishes. Now, Jamaica have two main cities. Kingston is one of the first cities that's in the parish of main cities, Kingston and Montego Bay. Kingston is in the parish of St. Andrew, and Montego Bay is in the parish of St. James. I was born in the parish of St. Thomas, which is on the eastern side of Jamaica, and the name of that hospital was after the name of the Queen Elizabeth's daughter, Princess Margaret. So I was born in the Princess Margaret Hospital in St. Thomas. Let me just say one thing. St. Thomas, Jamaica, not St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands. But both of them are St. Thomas. And so St. Thomas is in the Surrey region. As I stated, there were three regions in Jamaica. My formal education from elementary through high school was in my hometown of Morant Bay. I went to Morant Bay Elementary and Morant Bay High. As you may know, or you may not know, but I think everyone knows reggae music. And when they think about reggae music, they think about Bob Marley. But there's been a lot of artists over the many, many years. So, celebration. Jamaica was not really big on carnival in the formative years, but the latter years, Jamaica has been doing carnival in April. And then the big time in Jamaica is August. Again, that's when they celebrate the independence. Jamaican people love to enjoy the beach and of course the waterfalls. We have a few waterfalls. The most common waterfall is known as Dunn's River Fall. That's the one that's in St. Anne. And then there's the Wise Fall, and then you have rafting on the Rio Grande. Close to my hometown, there's a fall that they just named a few years ago called the Reggae Falls. And then there's another one near my hometown is called Reach Falls. So whenever you plan a trip to Jamaica, just look up waterfalls and you'll see various falls. They're all unique in themselves. So, what about the food? Everyone, I think, loves to hear about curry chicken. But the curry chicken, we also have jerk chicken, curry goat, oxtail. Another common thing is the beef patty with cocoa. That's very famous. And then our sugar cane. And as I mentioned before, we have our rum. For those who love to drink coffee, yes, you know, Jamaica have its own smooth Blue Mountain coffee. And sometimes I would make things like, you'll hear things from Jamaicans, yeah man, that's a common thing, yeah man. All it means is yes man. And you hear another common Jamaican saying, what's a go on? All they're asking is what's going on? And then another famous Jamaican phrase is one love. Everything is one love, or you will hear enough love. And where you go mean, where are you going? So in spite of these things that sounds like a totally different language, they're just broken English, or we call it patois, or as a dialect. But in spite of all that, just want to let you know that Jamaica's primary language is English. In the schools, no one really write patois, no one wrote broken English, it's all English. And a lot of the English that we do is taken from the British spelling, a lot of the words that we do in Jamaica. So, Jamaican, being of a Jamaican origin, the discipline, the dedication, and the determination that's instilled on me by my grandmother. I grew up in what's considered a foster home with a foster grandmother, my brothers and sisters. While I thought they were very strict, I realized all they wanted was to make the best for us. I mentioned earlier about track and field. I had one of the strictest track and field coach who passed away a couple of years ago. He was so strict, but one thing he saw, the good in myself, and he pushed me and pushed most of us on the team, the track team, to be the best we can be. And using those skills and determination, and said, even being in the military, I participated in a lot. I migrated from Jamaica in 1982, February, and 6 months later, I joined the U.S. Army. I served almost 33 years plus in the U.S. Army, traveling to numerous countries around the world, numerous assignments. Some of the ones that stands out for me is working in NATO, in an international organization where I had the opportunity to represent NATO, but also represent the United States. I was able to serve at various levels. I was able to travel to numerous countries. But one of the other proudest moments is when I was assigned to represent all the women in the armed forces, the U.S. Armed Forces at NATO. When I sat at that table with all the country personnel representing their countries around the world, we had to introduce ourselves. A lot of people prior to starting knew, but based on my accent, that they automatically knew that I was from an island. They didn't know which island. So when I had an opportunity to say who I was, the first thing and the proudest moment to say, I am an American. I hereby represent all the women in the United States military. I was born in Jamaica. And that's what I did. And now the proud moment is when I walked through the doors of the Pentagon for the first time and got an assignment. The first thing I called my friends and family and I said, you will not believe it. The little me from the hometown of Morant Bay is walking through the doors of the Pentagon, something that I only saw on television. My leadership still started from when I was a Brownie, and then a Girl Scout, and then as I stayed the military. In closing, I just want to let you know that the things that most of us here, that part of the Caribbean American Heritage team, is that our roots from our grandparents, our parents. They push a lot, instilling us the dedication, the determination, and the discipline. And one thing they tell us, wherever you go, don't forget, remember who you are, know where you want to go in life. Well, whatever you do, never forget where you came from. I will never forget that I was born in Jamaica. I will never forget all the things and the people before and after me. And I'm so proud to be part of this Caribbean American heritage with some great folks from all various elements of the Caribbean. And finally, I would just say, I would like for you to plan a trip to go to Jamaica. There are lots of inclusive beaches and resorts. Enjoy the cool ocean breeze, enjoy the snorkeling, and challenge yourself. Go to Rick's Cafe and dive off that rock. It's something to do. You will have a great time filled with enough love. And as they would say in Jamaica, one love, one heart.